All right, you guys, welcome back to the channel. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. As I always ask, like the button. After all, it's free, right? So we jump to the Middle East this time in this segment as teen TikTok star was found, well, not found, but she was shot dead after a man broke into her home. Kind of crazy, right? So anyway, this popular influencer in the Middle East, more Pakistan, I should say, a 22-year-old man was arrested in Pakistan after he confessed to the murder of the 17-year-old social media influencer by the name of Sana Yusuf, according to the police. Authorities believe that Umar Hayat murdered Miss Yusuf at her home in Islamabad on Monday after she rejected what they called his offer of friendship. Wow. He allegedly also reportedly tried and failed to meet her. Sound like he was mad because she didn't want to give him time of the day. So you killed her because of that? See, as we all know, men don't handle rejection well. Neither do women. Women hate rejection too. The only difference is they don't react in violence usually. At least not if money's involved, right? Or if it's not because of a child that they had together. But her father, Syed Yusuf Hussain, told the BBC she was his only daughter and was very brave. Her family have gathered a Shitra where Miss Yusuf has been buried. Wow. That was quick if it just happened Monday. So Mr. Yusuf said she had never mentioned Hayat nor any threatening behavior before she was killed. I mean, it was probably sudden. So, I mean, what do you expect? He said Miss Yusuf's aunt was at the family home when the suspect broke in and that he also threatened to shoot her before fleeing. I guess he had no reason to shoot her other than being a witness, but his anger was directed towards her because she probably didn't go through with their meetup or offer of friendship. So Miss Yusuf died before she could even make it to the hospital. So tragic. But police said that the brutal murder caused a wave of concern across the country and that there was immense pressure to find the killer. I bet it was. They raided locations across the capital and the province of Punjab and scanned footage of 113 CCTV cameras. Wow, that's a lot. Sounds time consuming, but they did it so quick if this just all happened on Monday. But the suspected murder weapon and Miss Yusuf's phone have been since recovered. Miss Yusuf already had a wide following in Pakistan with 500,000 fans on Instagram before her death. Condolences have flooded her social media pages. Her TikTok account gained hundreds of thousands of followers overnight and now stands at more than 1 million. Yeah, it's crazy how your platforms gain even more attention after your demise. It's the same with rappers and rock stars. They're worth more than they are dead than they are alive. And pretty much the same thing happened to Michael Jackson. He was worth more dead than he was alive, sadly. But her last video on Instagram posted last week showed her surrounded by balloons and cutting a cake for her birthday. Wow. Given her high profile in Pakistan, news of Yusuf's death spread quickly in local news media and on social media platforms. It's also ignited a fierce debate about women on social media. Uh-oh. So that opened up a whole new can of worms, you guys. So while many have shared their outrage at news of Miss Yusuf's death, there has also been backlash towards her work as an influencer. Digital rights advocacy group Bolo B has been monitoring the online reaction and its direction. Usama Kaji said such criticism had been coming from all small portion of mostly male internet users. What? Some of whom have cited religious grounds. Should have known it was mostly going to be, the backlash is going to be about religion if it's in the Middle East because they're heavily religious out there. So we all know that. I know that because I live in the Middle Eastern community. Yeah. They're asking why she was putting up all this content and even suggesting the family should take down her Instagram and TikTok accounts because they add to her sins. So basically, the people of the Middle East look at her career as sinful. Now just think if she was an OnlyFans model. I mean, it's either a social media influencer, sex work, or OnlyFans. I mean, there's not much choices for these young girls now, as Everybody's forced to go to schools, earn these expensive college degrees that they'll never be able to pay back the loans for, and just work shitty jobs. And if they could grow a platform across multiple social media sites, that's probably more valuable than working some bullshit job that you don't even want to do. Right? Right. So Dr. Farzana Bari, a prominent human rights activist, argued the reaction is misogynist and patriarchal. Whoa, it's just social media. They tripping. She said Miss Yousaf had her own voice and that the discourse online is a reminder that social media has become a very threatening place for female content creators in Pakistan. Shit, not just there, all over the world. What's wrong? Anyway, the Inspector General of Police of Islamabad, Syed Ali Najjar Rezvi, said women who choose to become social media influencers deserve our encouragement and support. I'm surprised they even support him in the first place. He added Miss Yousaf's murder was tragic. Yeah, it was. Dr. Bari said authorities condemning the incident publicly was a positive sign that could lead to change. The arrested suspect is the son of a former public servant. Ooh. He is from the town of Faisalabad and the province of Punjab, according to police. So this is going to get real political real quick. And, you know, people that are related to political leaders that are connected to cities, councils, governments, and everything, a lot of those families are toxic. I'm not talking about just there, just all over the world, anywhere. Like, let's say you're a trust fund baby. Most likely, you come from a toxic family. Like, meaning if you come from a family to where you never have to work a job a day in your life, your family's probably toxic as hell because they probably try to control you with money. If you don't do this, we're revoking your sponsorship, pretty much, assets and all that. They're not leaving nothing to you. They're going to disown you if you don't do this and that. So it just gets toxic after a while. You could live rent-free if you stay under my roof and just go to school. But you have to stay in school or else you have to get out or go to the army or something. That's how people control their kids now. You know? It's just really crazy. And that's the end of the story right there. Wow. So they named only 2 platforms. They say TikTok mainly. They named her as a TikTok star. So I'm assuming her presence on TikTok was bigger than it was on Instagram and maybe even Facebook, which is all a Meta family. But that's something to look at. I mean, like I said, it sounds like he was jealous of her. But you're 22. What do you want with a 17-year-old? I know laws are different. This is not the United States. But I don't know what they consider adult over there. But once you turn 18 in America, you're an adult. You're a consenting adult, but you're not old enough to drink. And I think they raised the smoking age limit too to 21. I always thought that was stupid. You can smoke when you're 18, but you can't consume alcohol until you're 21. Stupid. Stupid. But yeah, it's like they have time to figure out the real motive behind this. But, you know, to be honest with you, a lot of these YouTubers are just getting taken out left and right. Not just in the Middle East, but here in America too. There's been several stars on social media that have been taken out. They piss off the wrong person. You have people trying to stalk these individuals. These individuals get stalked and hated on just like, let's say, a stripper that somebody's obsessed with. It's all under the same umbrella. They know where to find you. They know when you're there, etc., etc. But anyway, let me know what you think of this. This is Kyle Lavelle. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.